Hi folks, this is Donnie D. A week or two ago, one of the other folks on YouTube wanted to build a couple of these targets here and wanted me to post up close-up pictures or video of how it was put together, how I put mine together. Those of you that don't know, this is a these are KYL or Know Your Limits targets. First of all, I did not going to show you how to use them. Just go to YouTube and pull up, or Google and pull up KYL targets or Know Your Limits targets, and you'll find the videos and stuff that show you how they're used and stuff like that and how much fun they are to shoot. And I did not come up with these targets. I did not design them. I did not come up with the idea. I found them on YouTube on a channel called Long Range Shooters of Utah. I'm assuming they're the ones that came up with them, but regardless of whether they came up with them or not, if you don't have any, you really ought to build you some or have someone build some for you, because they are a blast and a whole lot of fun to shoot. It's a lot of fun for some friendly competition. But anyway, they're called KYL targets, and the one that you see in the front, this one here, is the 25-yard or whatever range you want to use. I use 25 target, and the one behind it, the larger one, is the 100-yard target, and they're normally used together. But anyway, let me get over here to the 25 and show you how I built mine. First thing I did was I took a piece of pipe, a little steel pipe. I believe this is about maybe a 5/8 inch diameter steel pipe, and it's about 42 inches or so long, whatever it takes to fit your needs, however your final end product, the way you build yours. I then took some of these, I believe they're like 3-inch pipe nipples, 3 to 3.5 inch pipe nipples, and I think they're 1 inch outside diameter. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, because there are 8 targets on them. Then I got also at the same hardware store, I believe I went to Ace and got all this stuff, some I think it's about an 1/8 inch thick or less flat steel stock that's about an inch and a quarter wide. I borrowed that and cut it to the appropriate lengths that I needed, and you decide what length you want to cut yours. None of this stuff is written in stone, just whatever works out best for you. The gongs, or the targets that you shoot at, start out at 2, and there are 8 of them, and they drop in 1/4 inch increments right on down until you get to the final one, the smallest one, which is 1/4 inch. The 2 inch, the 1 3/4, the 1 1/2, and the 1 inch is actually a piece of steel, mild steel plate that I got a guy at a local metal shop to cut out for me. They're about 3/8 of an inch thick, I believe, or 5/16 maybe. But anyway, whatever. They're mild steel, very inexpensive. I think he charged me like $10 to cut them out. The let's see, the 1 3/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4. I get it right in a minute. The 1 inch, 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and 1/4 inch are actually just bolts that I picked up from the hardware store, and I rounded the heads off to make round gong type targets to shoot at. Alright, there is welding involved. Obviously you have to make a weld here where the steel stock joins the pipe nipple, and on the back of the gongs, and on the shaft of the screw, the bolts that I use. You have to do some welding there. And to put it all together, slide these nipples, or pipe nipples, once you get them welded up, over top of the pipe. I did put a large washer here to keep it from rubbing, and also this block of wood that kind of holds everything together when you put your legs on it. When I put it up, I removed the legs and I put a little clamp on the end to keep everything from falling off while I'm storing it. As far as the legs go, real simple, nothing but wood. Just a few pieces of scrap treated lumber that I had, and some plywood. Drilled an oversized hole for the pipe to fit through so that the legs will cant inward to make it more stable. And that's really about all there is to it. Very simple and easy to build. You do have to do some welding, and I'm a terrible welder, but I got it done anyway. And you can always get someone to weld it up for you. But anyway, I'll give you kind of a run over it real slow here so you can kind of see how it all goes together. Kind of hard to see out here, the sun's so bright I can't tell hardly what I've got in my viewfinder here on the camera. But anyway, once again, a 1/4 all the way through a 2-inch, 8 of them that start at 2-inch and drop down to 1/4 of an inch diameter targets. That's the 25 yard. Now let's step over here to the 100 yard target. This one consists of 7 targets. Starts out with an 8-inch disc, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Very simple design again. These are cut out of 1/4 inch mild steel, I believe. And again, this is only for 22, not for anything any higher velocity than 22, or certainly not for high-powered rifles. This is only for 22 shooting. I suppose you could build this stuff out of AR-500 and shoot larger weapons with it if you wanted. That's up to you. But anyway, again, you do have to weld some chain onto the back of each of the gongs. And this top rail, nothing in the world but a piece of treated lumber. And I use washers and screws to attach the chains to those. I'm gonna guess that piece of lumber is probably about 5 feet long. And I made legs just like I made for the 25 yard. This is the 100 yard. It's exactly the same, they're just a little bit bigger. Instead of a round hole, oversized hole, I cut an oversized square hole so that the top rail will fit through it and that the legs will cant inward. I hadn't even finished painting them. I'm so sorry I hadn't even finished painting them, but again, a kind of a slow pan of the target so you can see how it's put together. Really simple, really easy, but one heck of a lot of fun to shoot. I don't get out and shoot them as much as I'd like to because I got so doggone many guns and so doggone many targets that I just have to get around to them as I can. But anyway, another quick look, the 25 yard and the 100 yard KYL, or Know Your Limits target. But for now, this is Donnie D, and I'll see you later. Hope you get a chance to build you some because you'll really enjoy it. This is Donnie D, and I'll see you later. Bye.